敬的各位领导、各位嘉宾、全体运动员、裁判员、女士们、先生们，经中国田径协会批准，今天我们在这里举行养元6个核桃杯2019衡水湖国际马拉松赛暨全国马拉松锦标赛衡水站。出席今天开赛仪式的领导有中国田径协会主席段世杰同志，中共河北省委副书记赵一德同志，河北省人大常委会副主任王慧勇同志，河北省人民政府副省长许宪培同志，省政协党组成员、第11届委员会副主席江德火同志，中共衡水市委书记王景武同志，河北省委副秘书长赵世峰同志，河北省政府副秘书长李普同志，河北省体育局党组书记局长张泽峰同志，人民公安报副总编辑孙宝业同志。出席仪式的还有衡水市在家的各位市级领导、各县市区党政主要负责同志，河北养元智慧饮品股份有限公司总裁范兆林同志。参加今天比赛的有来自20多个国家和地区的运动员2万余人。让我们以热烈的掌声对各位领导、嘉宾、运动员、裁判员的到来表示诚挚的欢迎和衷心的感谢。
Along with Sean Wong, our race consultant, I say extraordinaire. We will be with you for the entirety of this morning's almost 3-hour race, bringing you the top athleticism from around the world. Everything from the profiles of our 17 elite men racers and our 12 elite women racers to everything that makes Hengshui one of the most beautiful and livable cities in the world. Sean?
Yeah, welcome every audience. Welcome see Hengshui International Marathon. Welcome to Hengshui, Hebei, China.
Very excited to be here.
It's a very exciting moment for us too.
So this morning we're a little bit cooler. We started off early in the morning, but what is the weather looking like today for our racers?
Here now is 7:30. At 8 o'clock, the temperature is 18.9. And after 9 o'clock, it will raise up to 20. It's a little cold now, but it's feel better for the top athletes.
For our viewers, what's the most important for our elite athletes to be comfortable during this race? What's a good temperature?
Just for normal leisure runners, the best temperature is around 19, 16 to 19. But for the tier 1, they prefer 13, much colder.
Yeah, much colder.
Yeah.
A lot of our elite athletes are from areas of the world like East Africa, Kenya, Ethiopia. Yeah, so they're very used to warm temperatures. So I'm sure that the temperatures here in Hengshui, it'll be pretty comfortable for them, would you think?
Yeah, the temperature, especially the flat course, it's very, very flat. It's a good place to make some record and personal best for all the athletes. And this time we invited many athletes from all over the world. We have 7 gold label in male group and 8 in female group.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
that means we have some really fast runners. Yeah, really fast runners. So we are looking forward to this race today, and I know that they're excited. They've prepared for this, and they're looking to take their shot and win.
Yes. And this year we have a record holder. Race record holder is a female. His name is Kiprop. Her number is B004. So we are expecting to see her maybe break the record, then hold back herself.
So for the viewers at home, that's one of the numbers that you definitely want to look for. B004 for Agnes. She's one of the record holders that we have here today for the marathon. So we definitely want to look for her and see if she's looking to break any records today.
Yeah, I hope so. And we still have many other, for example, 001. She was the champion for Tokyo, Berlin, and Dubai.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a top tier athlete right there.
Really. Yeah, have a big potential. But her maybe have a baby last year, so she didn't have race record previous 2 years, and she come back again.
And it's so interesting.
Yeah, mommy return.
Yeah. You know, as a mom myself, I have a 2-year-old, and I couldn't even imagine having to put myself in shape to run a marathon. I mean, I'm like gasping for air running up the steps. So that's fantastic that she's not only a record holder, but that, you know, she was able to have a baby, have a family, because, you know, especially in Chinese culture, you know, family is very, very important.
Yeah, you need to make balance between work, family, and your hobbies.
Absolutely.
As well. Yeah.
Absolutely. So you know, I'm rooting for her, you know, myself, because, you know, as a mom, I know that that's very difficult to have to balance all of those things and still want to accomplish your goals.
Yes. And here, maybe 1 minute later, we will have the starting. Very close.
Very close.
Yeah.
Getting excited.
It's the moment. 3, 2, 1. Here we are, Hengshui Lake International Marathon for 2019. It's the eighth year for our race. The start area is Marathon Square. It's where we are. It's a dedicated area for the marathon. We have many statues and the champion wall. Each year, the champion for each group, full marathon and half marathon, they will have a name on that, just like the fame of the wall of the fame.
Yeah, I got a chance to walk by the Wall of Fame, and it's so fantastic to see all of these names and the years in which they accomplished these goals. It's so exciting to see all of the people. As you can see, they're very excited. They're looking at the cameras. Some of them, you know, they're there for recreation. But it's always good to have, you know, you also see, you know, runners that are in, you know, wheelchairs, and, you know, to have the inclusivity of those who are immobile as far as their legs are concerned, but they can still participate. And the energy is just so exciting to be able to just participate. As you'll see throughout the race, there are going to be more and more fans coming out to cheer everyone on. A lot of them will say, "Jayo, Jayo, let's go, let's go," just to cheer everyone on and keep their momentum going, because, you know, that's one of the key parts about it is having the people to cheer you on, to keep your energy up, and to know that you can accomplish this.
It's not only a race, not only a match for the runners, it's also a festival for all the citizens, because it's a business card for Hengshui each year, once a year. So lots of people, they come and around the course and say, "Jayo, Jayo," go, go, go.
Yes. And just some background information for those of our viewers watching and listening. The Hengshui Lake International Marathon has been held for 7 consecutive years. The first run in 2012 earned the title of Chinese Marathon Silver Label, and from 2013 to 2017 are titled Chinese Marathon Golden Label. Since 2014, Hengshui Lake International Marathon has become a station of National Marathon Championships, which is so exciting. And in 2017, the Hengshui Lake International Marathon was awarded the Bronze Label by the International Amateur Athletic Federation. So that's very exciting for Hengshui. Hengshui has branded itself now in this culture of athleticism and marathon racing, and, you know, it's just really exciting to have it here again for another year.
Yeah, since last year, Hengshui Marathon upgraded to the IAAF Gold Label. There are only 65 Gold Label races around the whole world, so it's a tier 1.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we can see the forecast just now, and the announced temperature is around 19, and the humidity is around 88%. So the wind is a little slightly from the east or north side. It's perfect conditions.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So as we can see here, we have our elite racers.
Yep.
They're breaking off early into the front of the race, which is to be expected. Hopefully they will keep up a pace that is going to be comfortable for them in this entirety. We're talking about 3 hours here, Sean. So this is not a short distance race at all. This is a marathon. This is long distance. This is who's got the best stamina.
It's still a long march to go, both for them and us. We can see a list for the male group. We can see numbers 001. Desi, his best performance is 2 hours and 6 minutes. Yeah. Also we have the last two are from China locally. And the female group will come up soon. Caroline. And the second one is the record holder, as I mentioned earlier.
So Martin.
Oh, no. The third one, number 4.
So those were our elite runners. So those are the numbers that you'll be looking for, because these are our record holders. These are our top tier athletes that
potential champion.
Oh yeah, they're looking to set records. They're looking to set their own personal goals, and we're looking forward to see what their best times are going to be today. Typically, our elite runners are going to run just a little bit over 2 hours, about 2:06, 2:08, 2:09. What do you think?
Around that, my expectation is 2:08. 2:08.
2:08. That's what
2:08.
Sean's he's our race expert, and so he believes 2:08. So that's what we're gunning for. We are looking forward into it. As you can see at the top of your screen, we're only 5 minutes into the race.
Because the race record is 2:07. 2:07 minutes and 38 seconds. Let's look.
Yeah.
What will happen?
Absolutely. So the average between that, if we look from the top 3 male runners in the very first Hengshui Lake International, it was 2:09. So as we've progressed over these years, we can see that there's a progression as far as how fast our front runner is going to be.
The female group race record holder is number 4. Her record is 2 hours and 25 minutes 46 seconds.
So we're looking forward to see it right now. You see our elite men breaking off early in the front. Nice strides that they have. Typically, you really do keep a good pace.
Yes.
A good pace going. Sean, I would also want to know, for our viewers, when you're starting off early, what's a good pace to keep? How do you want to make sure that you keep a good pace without cramping or without exhaustion?
It's up to your strategy. For some people, they like hide in the group, not to the frontiers. They just hide in the first group and keep your pace and keep your energy. And after the half course, they can push away. But for normal runners, just keep calm and don't be so excited. Just use your normal pace and just step by step. It's still a long way to go. No need to hurry.
No need to rush.
Yeah.
You've got time.
Yeah.
Just steady.
Not rush hour.
Oh yes, oh yes. Just steady and slow. As you can see, more of our racers, they're running. They look so excited. It's a wonderful day today.
Yes. These 2 people, they're from policemen, and they organize a running community. Yeah, and we have so many red flags. They are from Hengshui local running community and other enterprises as well.
That's fantastic to have the local community come out. You see
girl.
the little girl.
Yeah, it's so cute.
It's so exciting. It's a family thing, as you can see. We talked about it earlier. The Chinese culture is very familiar. It's very interconnected with the community, the elders, the young. Everyone's out. It's such a beautiful
the harmony, the cohesion inside their family. For our full marathon race, the age limitation is 20 years old. For half marathon is 16, but for healthy run, no limitation.
No limitation.
Yeah,
bring the babies.
You can bring the baby. You can let your baby take a scooter. Doesn't matter. Just have leisure and fun. Enjoy your time.
Yeah, it's definitely fun to see. It's fun to watch. And it's also good as far as health is concerned. I mean, running is something that keeps the body going. It keeps the blood circulating. And that's always good things. That's also a part of Chinese culture, is to keep the blood circulating. I always notice when I'm walking around that people they're stretching, they're moving, they're just not sitting in one place. They're constantly moving. And so it's always great to see that mobility is something that is valued here. You know, just keep moving, keep stretching, take care of your body. As we see again, here's our elite men.
Yeah, the leading man is around 15 people, and the front three, they're from Ethiopia, and the middle one, his name is Guan Yusheng. Guan just he will get married soon, so his wife is a nurse, and so his performance recently is got rapid progress. I think because of her wife.
Wow.
His wife. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's always good to have.
Yeah. He is sponsored by Hoka 11. Yeah, it's a brand that made by Shu, and we can see others. The right side is Xu Wang. Xu Wang is from Liaoning province. He is also a top athlete. His best performance is 2 hours and 15 minutes. He's also a fast runner.
Very fast. Very fast.
Yeah, like Monkey King. Yeah, we can see that. Many cosplayer runners participated into our race too. It's really a nice shot.
Yes.
Yeah. We can see only one person take a hat. Others they didn't use that.
Is there a reason behind that? Some, in some circumstances, a hat can, it can keep you cool. But do you think sometimes it could be a distraction for some of the racers?
It's case by case. For some people, they are afraid of the sunshine. Maybe they will use this kind of, and then after maybe 20 kilometers, he will throw the hat away. You don't use that. And if you want to cool down, you need to pour water on the top of you, on the head, and you don't need the hat.
Okay, that's always interesting to see that every race their own way of running, their own tactics that they
have
use.
Their habits.
Yeah, absolutely, their own strategy.
Yeah, somebody they want short, and somebody want longer. Yeah, that's up to you.
Oh, yeah, because sometimes wearing the longer shorts, you keep the legs cool, or keep your muscles tight and firm.
Yes, some people like compressed. Somebody don't like. For this kind of people, they don't like. We can see one from NN team, the one that have two colors. That one is from Kipchoge team, NN running. Okay, we can see there still remain 15 people here, and it's around 12 minutes. It should be 4 kilometers. Around 4 kilometers. The pace is really, really stable and nice.
That's good. That's good. So that lets us know that our elite men are keeping up pretty much with the pace that they should. So we are just under the 12-minute mark, and they have hit that 4 kilometer mark.
Yes, the first tier, the first line, they are windbreaker. They have to waste more energy to resist the wind. So for the strategy, most people they will hide it in the middle.
Also, the strategy of not having to face the wind, because the outside is pretty much getting hit with the wind, and you're on the inside. You're a little protected.
Except one person. His name is Kawauchi. He's from Japan. Last year, when he ran Boston Marathon, everybody think, oh, is he crazy? He rushed in front of everybody, and the commentator say, "Is he crazy? I'm afraid he can't keep up this pace to the end." But finally, he gets the champion.
Wow.
Because it's too cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one is Su Guoxiong. The left force is from Yunnan province.
In the orange and white.
Yeah, orange. In orange. This one is also from Yunnan province. Yunnan is in the southwest of China. Yun is cloud. Nan is the south. It means the south of the cloud. Just like poem. Hebei province is also like this. It's in the north of the river. It means the Yellow River. Hebei is based in the north of Yellow River, so the name comes from. We reached 4.5 kilometers, and the time is 13 minutes. Still many healthy runners that just across the Dragon Bridge.
Very nice.
Maybe you can tell one detail. This kind of group, they have their back because we have a storage service only for full marathon and half marathon. For the health run, only 5K, just maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes it will finish it. So don't provide this kind of storage service.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, this is a slogan from a local senior school, Zhizhen Senior School. They say go 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 marathon runners, and it's on that school.
On the school field.
Yeah, in the school field. Yeah. Track and field.
Yeah, that's very good. It started very early in sports. The sports culture here in China is very, very vast, and it's very exciting to see. Everyone is, so excited when it comes to participating.
Early bird have won.
Yes, for sure.
The man in the middle is Menhu. Let's check. Number 2, his name is Ningo. He's from Kenya, born in 1995. His best performance is in Paris last year, 2.6.
Wow.
2.6. He got third place at Paris, and he got the first runner-up in Shanghai a year before that, and only 1 second left behind the champion. So this guy, he still have potential, and he got a champion in Milan, and he is a champion of Hengshui in 2015.
That's fantastic. So as you can see, the aerial view, it gives you a better idea of the race, because when you have the shot full on, you can't exactly see where everyone is positioned. So the aerial view just gave you a better idea of just how spread out this race really is. They look very compacted, but they're actually a little bit more widespread. As you can see, a couple of them have grabbed a few bottles of water.
Yeah, we can see these 3 guys, they are teammate, because they transfer
the water to each other,
to them.
Which is fantastic. We say in the United States, teamwork makes the dream work. So teamwork is always good. Even though they have their personal goals, they still, help each other finish.
So the left one is Guan, and the middle is Xu. It's a senior school of Hengshui. We call it the Eaton school, just like that position, because the quality is very, very high.
Yes, the education here in China is very, very important.
Yeah. The left side is Guan, and the middle in yellow is Xu Wang from Liaoning province. We can see Tabit, and let's see Tabit. Tabit is from Kenya. He is 25 years old. he finished Honolulu. Oh, he not finished. His first show, full marathon show, is Honolulu, but he did not finish DNF, and he got a good performance in half marathon. In Prague, he got 1 hour and 13 seconds. It's really a good performance.
Which is good. As you can see, the course that the runners are marching on is also jogging path where the citizens always do exercises here. So actually the where we are in Hengshui is set up specifically for the citizens, for the marathon runners to do exercising just every day of the week. So it's not just for the marathon, but anyone, any day can come here and can run their own race.
Yeah, because this city is famous by the environment and the sports, and the temperature also, the air condition is much better in this area. So the citizens, they like to do sports. Not only this, Tai Chi, they play other dancing as well. We can see many people that gathering at the square, and they do all kinds of sports activities.
Yes. And I always love to see the dancing. They have the music and they do the motions, and it's very lovely to see. Look, we have another young racer.
Just 4 years old, around that. Lovely. It's our sponsor, the vehicle sponsor. Maybe it's the end one. So it's 20 minutes past. And the last one standing past the Dragon Gate.
Wow.
We have a total 80,000 people.
Wow. Yeah. So many people. Look, we have chickens.
KFC.
It's another sponsor. That's a great
sponsor. Yeah.
We love chicken.
We have 6,000 people to attain the full marathon and 6,000 to half marathon, and for health run is 10,000.
A lot of people here
keep
today.
on moving.
Yeah, a lot of people here today in Hengshui. It's a family event. It's one of those things that you just can't miss. And just as Sean said, you know, this area that we're in the Hebei province, is very good as far as air quality.
We can see the left have a tower. It's for a senior school because just like a beacon. Very famous. We have a U-turn at this place. It's around 6.8. The left side is Zhaochang village, and the right side is Hou village. It's also surname. Hou is the surname of Chinese. Still left 13 people or 14 people.
Which means that we've had maybe 1 or 2 that are in the back, as you can see on the camera there. They've fallen further behind the rest of the pack.
The following group just 50 meters behind them. They're still chasing the way. Chemtai is from Kenya. He was born in 91 July, and he finished 15 full marathon races. 9 of them are 2 hours and 10 minutes minors. So his best performance is in Slovenia in 14. Best performance is 2 hours 8 minutes. Oh, it's a challenge, the athletes. Let's say 加油.
加油. Very nice.
加油 in Chinese means add oil.
Oh!
Add oil, get more fuel,
Very
get more
nice.
energy. Just like a gambade in Japanese.
Very nice.
Yeah. Chemtai, last year he got the 2nd place in Vienna, and Lisbon in 4th place. Really good performance. Oh, this lady. three ladies are leader runners. This year we have international friends from over 20 different countries and regions.
Wow.
It's really an international marathon. The one in blue is Fu Wenguo. Fu is from Ningxia province. Ningxia is from the northwest of China. Ningxia is famous by Gucci. Do you know Gucci?
Very much so. My husband doesn't like me to know Gucci. He doesn't want me to know Gucci, but that's a very famous. Well, I need to know so I can go there. Maybe I'll go visit.
Guan is still keeping the pace. Really nice. And the leading group is still crowded.
Which goes to show that these men, they're really keeping up with each other's pace. They really are looking to be the winner here. A lot of times you see the racers will start to break off, but so far we really have kept the original path of the racers. As you can see, some of the locals, they're running. You've got one with a tutu. I like that. And her pink and green socks.
Yeah, the cameraman is doing a good thing. And we can see it's a U-turn at 6.8 around that. Oh, this one is good. And this is from Hebei. Another one, Cap Glass, is from Hebei province. Let me introduce Guan. Guan is born in 1903. He's from Guizhou. He was a professional athlete for 5,000 and 10,000, and then he became a full marathon and half marathon runner. Let me let you know a number. In last year, he finished 13 full marathons. Majority are top 3. And his best performance is this year in Taiwan. Just finished is 2:15, his personal best. And in Lanzhou, he finished 2:18. Got number 1 in Chinese group.
Just as we were saying, the internationality of this event, the marathon is not the only highly anticipated international sports event, but it's also a tourism event. It's a high integration of sports and tourism. And since Hengshui Lake International Marathon started in 2012, it has won a widespread praise because of high attention of leader groups, the beautiful track environment, the high quality of event services, and the excellent competition result. The Hengshui Lake International Marathon has brought this ecological, livable, and charming lake city a chance to showcase itself literally in front of the world. We have, as we said earlier, we have so many people from countries all over the world. You have me here. I'm from the United States of America. And so, you know, a lot of our runners are from different areas of the world, from Africa, from other parts of Asia, from other parts of China. Oh, look, we've got our first one.
He's a friend of me. He's also our workmate. Previously, he does editing for the broadcast. He have 2 babies. The first one is the nickname is Dragon, and the second girl nickname is Boar. Cute Boar.
So nice, so nice.
Just you mentioned previously, marathon is not only run, it's run plus tower. I run, and my family member can come here for such things. So they can also enjoy the race together.
It's very nice. You know, a lot of that I learned about China the more I traveled is that the cities are so big, so big. A lot of the cities have, there are over 20 million, you know, people in most cities.
Oh, here is a flower sea. It's very beautiful. Have many lavender, etc. I can't tell the exact name, but the full of colors different, just like a Provence in France.
Yes, I love the smell of lavender.
The leading group separated into 2 parts. The first 3 are still windbreakers and other followers as well.
And as you can see the aerial view, more of the racers coming around the U-turn to the straightaway. You have some people keeping up the pace. Really exciting to see.
Yeah. 6 people in front and more in the chasing group. Really a nice view. Because this time is also a national championship competition, so many provinces send their professional athletes to come attend this race.
And to compete, and now we finally have a view of our female, women runners.
Yeah, we can see Kiprop. Kiprop is the record holder, and she is also the champion for Prague in 2012, and the second place in Frankfurt. And she also got champion in Frankfurt 10 years ago. And I want to emphasize again, she is a champion in Hengshui 4 years ago and set a race record by 2:24.
So we're definitely looking for her to be a front runner.
Yeah.
In this.
Kiprop is the oldest in this time. She is born in 79.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah, still age. But her perseverance is what I respected.
Absolutely. 40 years old, still running the marathon.
Yep.
You know, that is something to definitely marvel at. That is something to be proud of, because typically, you know, the marathon in your 20s, that's the best time as far as your body is concerned. So to be 40 and still running your race is fantastic.
Still crowded in the leading male group, and from this side of view is to the sunshine, so we can't tell which one is who. Let's see. It's the senior school that I mentioned. It's very famous in China.
It's very big.
Yeah. Dozens, thousands of students study here.
Yeah. One thing that I've learned is that education is really the foundation here in China. Education is something that is very much valued and supported.
It's a finish line for health run. There are only half an hour past, and many people are coming. We're passing 10K mile. So 30 minutes. Let's do a calculation. Let's do some expectation for 40. Should be 2 hours and 8 minutes, around that. Yeah, good. Yeah, good man, Superman. you are the one. You can see the athletes just drink some water that's in red color. That is energy drink.
Okay, like vitamin water.
Yeah,
okay.
Not only because it's prepared by the coach. Yeah, by their crew members.
Okay, so they specifically have their own drink that they have to keep them hydrated, keep the minerals and everything that they need in order
maybe he need CA or MG, some little things, and they can put that.
That's always good to have and good to know, because you know, sometimes water just isn't enough for hydration. You need your electrolytes because you're sweating, so you're losing those electrolytes and you're losing, you know, valuable minerals, and so you need to replace those, especially since we're only not even a third of the way finished with the race. So it's so important to be able to keep your stamina.
Just pay attention to dehydration, because today the weather is a little hot and the sunshine is coming up, and don't drink when you feel thirsty. Drink in advance.
Always important to remember.
Desi in the middle, he is number 1 001. He is the youngest. He was born in 95. His first show was 5,000 meters. He is a middle distance runner previously, and after 2017, he ran Amsterdam. His first show get 2:09 and 40 seconds, and then he ran Mumbai in India, get 5th place, and then he finished 2 hours and 11 Slovak, and got 2nd place. And this year in Prague, get 3rd place, and his best performance in 2:06.
That's fantastic for someone only 24 years old.
This boy, he's wearing a T-shirt that means Gobi 15. His mother must be an MBA.
Oh,
yeah. Then the race is only dedicated for MBA. Then finish 100 kilometers in 4 days.
Wow.
Yeah. So we can call him the 2nd generation of runner.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Guan is in good stable and status with, we can see lots of confidence. He is still in the leading group, and his race info and skill we can tell is very stable and fluent.
When we're looking as viewers, for our viewers at home, give us an idea, Sean, of posture. A posture of a racer that's confident, a posture of a racer that is not exhausted, that's not forcing it, that is really running a great race. What does that look like?
We can see many details. For instance, their cadence, their rhythm, and their core, especially the shoulder. If the athlete is tired, he may do some sweat. And we can also tell from his teeth and lips, because if he exhales very deeply, and you can see the white teeth. And if he is confident, he will keep mouth shut and breathe by nose.
It's always important to look at the posture and get an idea.
For majority runners, they are not like Johnson. They're not straight. They're just leading a little forward, just a 5 to 10 degree leading. Just use gravity.
Which is very good. I know a lot of these runners, they get some training on rugged terrain. It's not as smooth.
Yes. We can see the right side. They have a how to say that, necklace. Yeah, necklace is also we can see the right one. The necklace is swaying deeply, and the man beside him is much better. So the posture is important. Is there any ideal posture? Yes. Is there any athletes have ideal posture? No. Even Selassie or Kipchoge or Bikili, they don't have an ideal one.
So it's pretty much individual to each racer. So as as you're watching, you learn each racer, you learn their posture, and what makes them run their best race.
For example, this guy, this is a domestic leading female. Let me check. Oh, this girl is a barefoot runner. I was the chief coach of Chinese barefoot runners 3 years ago, so I know this kind of. Did you ever heard about Abibi Bikila? Abibi Bikila, he is the champion for Rome Olympic game. At that, it's 1960. At that year, he don't have a good shoe, so he applied, can I run barefoot? Nobody know him. Nobody know who he is. Just go away. And he breaks the world record and get the champion. He is the first one get Olympic champion from Africa. After that, so many people know, oh, this is a way to be top. This is a way to get fame and reputation. So many runners from Africa, they attend the marathon.
So when you are running barefoot, how does that work with the body? Typically, we're told you have to put on the shoe, but running barefoot, how does that affect the body, the posture?
You need to keep the pace and the cadence. You need to do very slightly and closely, not so big. Your giant is not big. It's very smoothly. And many people ask me, are you feeling hurt? No, because we won't have blister if you have good posture and the techniques. Oh, this guy is Mu. Mu Junhua is from Shandong province. Previously, he is a deliver, express.
Wow.
Deliver maker. So he was he don't have professional experience. He just like running.
Very nice.
Yeah,
And
previously,
he's wearing the black.
yeah, he sent takeaway. He sent express by running. Others take bicycle or take motor, and he run.
Very nice.
Very interesting. Yeah. It's a split time for the leading group. We can see the top three are same.
Wow.
They pass the checking point and calculated by the chips by the same time.
So they have pretty much kept the pace as teammates. They have come in at the exact same time, all three. So it's going to be interesting to see as the race progresses how they're able to keep this pace, how they're able to keep each other, going in momentum. As we know, as you see your teammate doing well, you want to do well.
The left one, Tarby, is his virgin show because he tried 3 times for full marathon, but not finished yet. So it's still his first time to run full marathon if he can get a score after the race. So let's make best wishes for him.
Jayo, Jayo. I'm so excited. The students, you can hear them cheering.
Yeah, these teenagers, maybe they're just 10 years old.
Yeah.
They also participate into this race.
It's always good to have people cheering you on.
What a U-turn.
Wow.
Yeah, good. Still 40 minutes after the race. We can see volunteers. They use a red flag to direct the directions and make a U-turn. Xu Wang is left in the chasing group now. And there's still 3 domestic male runners in the leading group. Really fantastic.
That's such good running because what you see there is that they really came to compete today.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3-1. Berlin Marathon and the Doha Championship will hold soon. So some of the Chinese runners, they send the top one to them.
So amazing to see as you look to your left and your right of the screen. You see all the vegetation in Hengshui. It shows you that the air quality is amazing in the city.
Hengshui, shui is mean water. Hengshui. Heng is the name of the water, or the location of this area.
It says Hengshui Lake is a national natural reserve, and it is the ecological shield for North China, and is honored as we've talked about this before the broadcast, the kidney of North China.
Yeah.
Which, as we know, the kidney of the body, it pretty much it's vital. It's necessary.
Yeah.
So for this
it's
part
crucial,
of it to call the kidney, it means that it's crucial to this area of China.
Yeah, we also call Hengshui Lake is a pearl of China. We can tell Chen Tai, his teeth. We can see his teeth, so his paw is a little deeper. Another Chinese guy is in blue is from Ningxia province. He is Fu Wenbo. Oh no, Tie Liang. This one is Tie Liang. Fu is his teammate. Still 3 men in the front line. Darby, Damtai, and Gino.
Keeping the same pace.
Yeah. On the left of the screen, we can see 3 guys from NNT. The shirt is divided into 2 parts. In Chinese, west side we call it hot pot.
Hot
pot, because the left side is spicy and the other are not.
I love it. When you come to China, because you will come to China after seeing this race, when you come to China, you will learn that hot pot is a very good way to introduce yourself into the culture.
Chinese traditional food not only have sweet and sour. Yeah, we have many kinds of styles.
Yes, you will not find General Tso's here. No.
The west part is a little spicy, but Hebei just okay. They use a soy sauce more.
Yes, yes. I've been to Chongqing, which is close to Chengdu in the Sichuan region, and they have very, very spicy. So you usually have to tell them if you don't want a lot of spice, because there's definitely a lot of spice in that region.
In Sichuan, if we are friends, finally, you are a guest from abroad or from other provinces, the final word I say is, okay, slightly spicy. It's a culture expo. The leading group is around 14 kilometers. Is still on the right side of Hengshui Lake. We will have clockwise by the lake. So now we are still around a place called Luli village. Luli village is very famous because Lu means 25 families. 25 families. This means this village, the established only have 25 villages, so it called this name.
Very nice. And as we can see, our women.
Record holder and the mommy returned. The record holder is Kiprop, and the right side is most potential girl because she was born in 1884, and he got champion in Tokyo, Berlin, and Dubai.
So that's fantastic. These women are fast. Very fast.
Yeah. Our broadcast is in Dubai Sport this time, right? And Fox, ESPN as well.
That's fantastic. It's good to see that they're also keeping a steady pace, and that we're going based on Sean's recommendation, and we can see their posture, their teeth. We can tell that they are breathing from their nose very deeply, and so they've got a steady pace here, strong legs, strong arms. They're keeping their arms, their tactic is very close to the body.
We can see the shape of their butt and the hamstring and the quads as well. Very beautiful.
Very nice.
Very beautiful. The first gentleman is the pacer. It's not a pace by the race. Maybe he is a teammate of these 2 girls, and he do the volunteer pace. Let's salute for his chivalry.
Very nice, because the pacer for the viewers is the person that just keeps their teammate at a steady pace.
You must sacrifice many things.
Absolutely. It lets you know that you're not going too fast. This is the pace that we want to keep you going so that you can run the best race that you could possibly run. You don't run.
This handsome boy then beside him is Xu Le. Xu Le is from Anhui province. Previously, he ran half marathon more, and his best performance is 2:32. Oh, this guy is older soldiers.
Very nice. Still very much in shape. That's one of the things that I envy seeing the elders
older soldiers
here.
never die.
They're always readily in shape and always fit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are only 10 people left in the leading group, and only 2 are from the Mets. Oh, only 1. Tie Liang is left behind, and Guan Yusheng is still remaining in the group. Good.
So just under the 50-minute mark, we pretty much started with a group of 15, and now we've branched off. They separated to the top 10. Right here is what you're seeing on the screen, still with our 3 gentlemen that have been keeping their same pace the entire time. They are leading the pack of the men of our elite runners.
Oh, let's look forward. What's the result for this time? And for Guan, his best performance is 2:15, and his goal is break 2:15 this time.
Which is very important. When you set a goal in a marathon, once you've gotten a time, that is usually your mark to know, you know what, I did 2:15, I'm going for 2:10. Once I've done 2:10, I'm going for 2:7. You always want to beat your best and be your best. So it's very important.
That's a wish, that's a goal. Yeah.
Always. One of the most interesting things.
This man is for he used to attend a triathlon. The caricature on his chest is "I am a triathlon finisher."
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Triathlon is also something that's very, very hard on the body. That's 3 different events.
Yeah, because Ironman is acquired by Wanda. Wanda is a Chinese local company.
Very nice. Triathlon. That's swimming, running, and bicycling.
Yeah.
There's a lot of leg work.
The road name is Eagles Road. So the leading group is still 10 person. And majority of them are from Africa. Only 1 person from China.
Keeping up with the pace. One of the interesting things about China, and especially in the province that we're in, is that, you know, typically there's some cities that are very polluted, but one of the brilliant things about the Hengshui municipal government is that they've made a lot of efforts to eliminate pollution and improve the environment, something that is very, very important around the world. You see, you know, the global issues about improving the air quality, making sure that the air quality is great. And so, especially in a sport like running and having a marathon, we definitely want to run somewhere where the air quality is fantastic, where your breathing isn't stifled by pollution. And so it's brilliant, and we definitely have to tip our hats to the Hengshui municipal government for making this a place where the old, the young, the racers, everyone can come here and they can breathe healthy air.
The concept of our race is fitness, health, public welfare, green, and happiness. And the Hengshui Marathon is really a race that organized from nothing, because of 8 years ago, when we established our first race, we don't have many resources, but the government, they really pay more attention on the air conditions, logistics, supplies, etc. Volunteers. They use the whole city to support this race. Oh, this is the kidney.
That is our kidney. The Hengshui Lake is what you are viewing. This beautiful, beautiful body of water. It's absolutely fantastic to see. You can just get an idea of how amazing it smells here. The fresh air, being here by the water, it's great.
4,000 years ago, around that, we have a king. His name is Yu. Yu is famous by deal with rivers, because at that period of time have many floods, and he go to all around China to set people. They do some tunnels, they do some banks as well to deal with prevent this kind of flood. So he become a famous king in the history.
Wow, that is fantastic.
And Hengshui Lake is a place where he deal with this kind of thing.
That's so exciting. Very
Hao is a surname and Liu is also a surname. Hao Liu Cun mean this village have two big families. One surname is Hao and another surname is Liu. Hao Liu village.
Very nice. One of the things also that is being done here in Hengshui is that they have been paying close attention to the water, making sure there's no exploitation of the groundwater, building water diversion programs and projects, and improving the quality of the drinking water systems in the rural areas. So that's very good.
Yeah, we can tell the weather is a little foggy, but after sun rays up, it will get better.
Yes, for those at home, it's just almost 8:30 in the morning here. So it's still quite early in the morning. We got an early start at a race around 7:30 this morning. So it's still very early here in Hengshui, in the Hebei province in China.
The forecast for temperature now is just 20. It's just feel good. The leading group is just passing our aid station. They take the drinking waters. For their personal water must gather before the race. Last night, every person they have an official gather all the drinkings that in a big box and send it to the dedicated places.
So it's something that's already established. It's they make sure that they have everything organized down to the detail, because the worst thing that you could ever have is you're running your race and you don't see your water bottle. You're like, wait, where is it? But they are very, very organized for this marathon. They make sure that everything is in its proper place so that these elite runners, these runners can really run the best race possible.
All convenience. They can put a national flag on the table. It's my place. Then grab one.
Very organized. It's very important. Very, very important. This type of race, such a long race, and so you want to make sure that these racers have everything that they need in order to perform to their optimum.
I calculate there are 11 people. Ocean's 11.
Ocean's 11.
Yeah, let's call Lake's 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7. Yeah.
This is the Lake 11 right
Lake's
here.
11.
Is who you're viewing, the elite, our top tier, and our elite men racers right here in the Hengshui International Marathon.
The character in the bib is Six Walnut. It's a local nutrition drinking company. It's the sponsor.
It's a very tasty drink. I've had it before.
Nice hat.
Lovely
color.
The camera. Very nice hair color.
Yeah.
They're waving, saying hello, running their race.
He's shouting, 加油! It's me. Go, do your best.
Once again, he said you'll see more and more people come out as the morning progresses. It's still rather early, so you'll see more people, and especially once we get closer to the Dragon Gate toward that finish line, you'll see lots and lots of people waiting to see who's going to come in first place and looking at the times.
Hengshui Marathon is really a good window to let the world know what Hengshui is. Last year in China we have 1,581 marathon races last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I think United States we had 200.
You have more. You have more. You had 20 times that.
But that's very it's very telling of the culture here. Sports is very big here in China. The support of the sports, as you can see, that the racers have so much support from the community, so much support from their friends and their family.
Yeah.
And that's always important to see that, you know, when you're looking to your left, you're looking to your right, you can hear people cheering you on. They're excited to see you here. Very international.
This gentleman is from helicopter.
And he's
Yeah.
the one who's giving you this beautiful aerial view right now of all the vegetation here in Hengshui. Such a fantastic view of the lake. And it's so good to see this aerial view because it's important to know that Hengshui really values a healthy lifestyle as far as the environment is concerned. It is very invested in the environment for the locals as well as the international people. Hengshui Lake is an outdoor sports training base of China Hebei province. In 2016, the Swimming and Diving Management Center of Hebei Provincial Sports Bureau set up a swimming club in Hengshui. And at the just concluded 2018 Jakarta Asia Games, the member of the club, 15-year-old athlete Li, have gotten 2 gold medals and 1 silver medal, so it's fantastic. They also have a women's basketball club that was established here. So Hengshui is really a sports hub that has multitude of different types of sports. You have swimming, you have basketball, you have football, and you have the marathon runners. And once the marathon is over, it doesn't stop here. The citizens jog through the park, they enjoy the scenery, they enjoy the quality of the air, and it's such a fantastic place to be, somewhere that you definitely have to come, you definitely have to see, you have to be a part of it. As you can see, we still have our front runners in the front from India. They're still running their race, keeping a steady pace, and we still have that 11, so we see we dropped since the beginning of the race. We're just under the 1 hour mark. We're under 59 minutes, and we can see that we still have the same amount of runners that we had at the half-past mark, half past an hour. So it's definitely a very close race. We see our local runners, they are still running, enjoying themselves, running their race, very bright colors. And it's always good to see the community comes out and the community supports, that the community values what it is that's being doing here. And we see that one of our Chinese runners has become a front runner. He's moved up to the front of the pack, keeping a steady pace, which is something important, something that Sean has made mention of, is that, you know, you want to check the posture, you want to make sure that, you know, the runner is not breathing too deeply out of the mouth, more so out of the nose, because that is something that will show you that the racer is ready. As you can see, another aerial view of beautiful fountain here in Hengshui. The Hengshui Lake and the nearby wetland provide very good habitat for birds as well. There are 7 birds that are first-grade state protected birds. We have the red-crowned crane, the white crane, the oriental stork, the black stork, the bustard, the golden eagle, and the eagle with the white shoulder. And they are protected birds, so it's something that, you know, as we know, not only is the environment that's around us, the trees, the water important, but also the wildlife. And so that goes to show just how valuable that is here in the culture, is that they're protecting the environment and the wildlife, the species of the birds. And so it's fantastic.
We can see national flag in Kenya and Ethiopia, Japan, China, different kind of nations. They have a dedicated table for their drinks. It's very convenient.
Very good. Now we have a new front runner. Our 24-year-old Desi. He's made his way to the front of the pack.
Hengshui Bante Desi from Ethiopia. He's 24 years old. Middle distance runner previously, and changed to longer distance after 2017. Guan grabbed water and have a sip, and then threw it to the border.
Yeah, it's important not to really guzzle down any water. You don't want to have any cramping. You just want to sip very slightly to get whatever it is that you need to keep running the pace. That's something that you learn very, very early in running, especially long distances, is that if you drink too much water in a short period of time, it can cause cramping, and that's something that you do not want.
At each aid station, just sip 50 ml to 70. It's enough.
Quick splash.
Guan is very famous by his muscle because he have beautiful abdomen muscle. Yeah, and he more attention to the core muscles. We can tell. You can see because his t-shirt is white and the shape of his abdomen muscle is very beautiful.
So that's important to look for. The core of the body is what keeps you upright. And that's something that you want to pay attention to, especially when you're doing your workouts and you're preparing and you're getting ready for these races, is that you focus on your core muscles, your leg muscles, and making sure that they are very strong and very healthy, very lean.
Yeah, he became a professional athlete since 12 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, and after 2015, he attended a full marathon race, and that year he finished 7 races, and a year later he finished 9 races. In 2017, he finished 13 full marathon races, and last year he finished also 13. And majority they are top 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I think at 12 years old, I was playing with dolls. So I wasn't thinking about being an athlete. You know, when you start that young, that means you really have a focus and you are really, truly about winning and the potential of really growing in your sport. We have our front runners back in the front.
His previous race is in Taiwan, which get his personal best, and this year he finished Sanya, Wuxi, Chongqing, Wuhan, and Lanzhou. Totally 7 full marathon races. We can listen to the sound. Very, very beautiful.
Yes.
Very delightful moment for me to calculate the cadence.
So it's always very good to pay attention to the cadence. Look at that. He's got some strong arms right there. Wow.
Wheelchair.
That's a lot of power to push.
Some people, this kind of challenge people, they will have a label at the back of the wheelchair saying, I can do it. Don't need to push.
Very
please."
nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Down to about 8.
Oh, what's wrong with Guan? Guan is left. There are only 10 people in front, and Guan was left 20 meters behind. And he slowed down his pace. And he's looking back. What happened? What's wrong with him? I'm afraid maybe he have some injury. Let's distinguish later.
Yeah, hopefully we can find out what happened. Have a band welcoming some of the runners.
Coming home.
Yes.
Saxophone.
Wow, I wonder where
There are only 8 people as the first group. The top one is still Tarby, Jem Tan, and Kimmer. Let me introduce the third athletes. Kimura, his full name is Joe Kemboy Kimura. He's from Kenya. He is 21 years old, but his professional career is really, really long. His first race is in 27, is in Italy. Previously, he only this is a delivery boy, Mu Zhenhua. Kimmer finished 10K, and in that year, his all race is in Italy. Mu Zhenhua is a previous how to say that? He is not a soldier, but to rescue the fire.
Oh, firefighter.
Yeah,
Firefighter.
Firefighter.
Nice.
Yeah, he was a firefighter for 1 year. A very brave.
Yeah, very brave profession.
Yeah.
He looks like he could keep up with the races. He has a very nice stride.
Yeah. And last time he did not finish very good, and he posted a photograph on the social media with his back, very sad, just like Baggio after the football race. And this guy is really, really aggressive guy. I like him because I and his hometown are same. We are also from Shandong province. It's the home of Confucius.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
very nice.
Well, very self-discipline, self-confidence, and perseverance.
And that's always important. Those
Yeah.
three things are very much needed when you're
Yeah.
competing with anything, even
Yeah.
if it's just competing against yourself.
Yeah.
And you're saying, you know what, I didn't finish last time, but I'm going to do everything so that I can
Yeah.
run my race and I'm going to finish this time.
His sponsor is Actap. It's a local brand, and the four character on his chest is Chinese people running the race.
Wow.
It's a slogan. It's half a marathon champion will finish. Let's have a look. Which one he is? Is he Du Shiyang, Yu Xiaoyi, Lan Jiehuai, or Yang Xiaojun, or Cui Jiale?
As we can see, they are approaching the halfway line.
Yeah. Oh, Mu Zhenhua. He's not in full marathon. Oh, I got it. He's in 3. The number one, the first number is 3, so it's half a marathon. I got it. He downgraded from full marathon to half a marathon group. Congratulations, the previous deliver guy. The time is 1 hour, 10 minutes, and around 30 seconds. It's a really good performance.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Keeping a steady pace.
Yes.
And he's about to cross the finish line.
Yeah. The number that I got for Mu is not begin from 3. It's begin from 1. So he changed group. Well done.
Very well done.
Yeah.
Very well done.
1 hour and 10. His status is still good. He still keep running. I'm fine. Yeah. We are the champions.
Very well done.
Yeah, good boy.
Very well done. You can tell he's very excited.
Yep.
And as we can see, we have a new front runner for our men's elite.
The leading group is separated into 2 parts. And the female still 2. The race record holder and the previous marathon runner. Du Shiyang. No. Let me check. Tongxin. Tong is from Liaoning province. His best performance for half marathon is 1:7. Good. He's wearing an MP3. He like music.
Oh,
so
very
he
nice.
wearing
He
that.
keeps his music so he
Yeah.
can focus.
Tongxin only ran full marathon once, 2 years ago. Other races are all half marathon, so he focused on that.
And It's important to know, where your strengths are.
Yeah.
Some people cannot run a full marathon, but a half marathon is just enough.
Are you good at sprint or endurance?
Absolutely.
The leading group is still remain 4 people, and others are left behind. And the fifth athlete is watching the GPS watch, to check the pace. 20 kilometers late, 1 hour and 1 minute. Just double it, and have 2 more around that. 2 hours and 8 minutes. Should be around that.
So that's what you predicted from the beginning. So we're going to see what it's going to be. As of now, we started off with a group of 15. That branched off to a group of 11.
Yep.
We're down to a top tier group of 5,
Only 5
but a
people.
close 4. And so we're going to see how these men are able to push this out and get through. We're at the halfway mark, and so
The other 5 people, we need 6.
I'm
Get
telling
ball.
where the end up in the structure of this, but our 3 leading gentlemen who have been leading the race the entire time are falling further back into the race, and so they're no longer in the front. We have Desi, the 24-year-old, he's very much keeping his pace, and so it's going to be interesting to see where he finishes.
Yeah, we can find a very interesting point. Now the taller are behind. The middle height, they are in front. The ideal height for male, they are 1 meter and 70, around that. 1 meter 67 to 70 is fine. I'm not good at mathematics. I can't tell how many inches. You can calculate by yourself. Kimura and Desi, Gino, Engano, 2 from Kenya and 1 from Ethiopia. The temperature is 21, a little higher, and the humidity is a little down. The wind is from south, just 1 amp per second, just slightly.
Racers giving a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
So
well done.
Yeah, so amazing to see so many people.
Still 5 people, and 3 are from NN team. Oh, 4 from NN team. 4. Next year, the world recorder, Eliud Kipchoge, he will finish a challenge. The third to break 2 hours in Vienna, because the world record is set by him last year in Berlin, 2 hours, 1 minute and 40, around 40.
Wow.
So he is now prepared to break 2 hours barrier. It's a limitation for the backhand.
Yeah. So it's very important, we talked about this earlier, that once you've hit a time, you really don't want to go under that time. You always want to beat that, that time from a previous race. And so,
explore the boundary.
Yeah, absolutely. Desi is leading the pack.
The volunteer that using camera is recording the top 20 or top 30 to double confirm they do pass the timing places. It's a female Chinese leading group. One maybe is from Hebei province, is Hua Shaoqing. Passing the water station. It's a temple. The name of temple is Bamboo bamboo forest. Previously, here is a big temple, but after that, the water gets higher and higher, so the temple moved to another place. Only have a tower here. Here is a square called 9 states. We can see 9 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. In the first kingdom, Yu set up 9 different states, just like America, called Ji, Jin Yu Yong Qing Liang Xu Yan. 9 states is the set up original states in China.
Very nice.
And the top one is here.
It's one thing, the beauty of China is the vastness of the history. Very old history, very established history here. And so it's always important to understand, you get a better understanding of the culture when you understand a little bit more about the history.
First aid volunteers from local hospital on the left side.
Always
in white.
Always good to have, It's always good to have a clean race, but sometimes there's a muscle pull or tear, or anything can happen. A hamstring.
Blisters.
Yeah. So it's always important to have
stitch.
Yeah.
It's quite easy. But marathon is still a long way to go, just like life. You can meet many things.
Absolutely, obstacles. Men keeping their pace.
Yeah.
Get in the front.
It's a part of a Hengshui village. We can see several banks separating the water into different parts. Here is the bamboo forest tower. Our race also have a spray to let the people cool down, the spray one. The car is an ambulance car. Uh-oh, what happened? Only one girl left. The men leading group left 4 people, and the female only 1 left. The girl, her name is Keep Up. This is a female half marathon champion. Congratulations. 1 hour and 20 minutes. Nice score. The champion should be Yin Xiaoyu. Yin Xiaoyu is born in Dalian. It's a canal. This canal can link Beijing and Yangzhou. Very long distance.
Very long. As we can see, Megra still in the front for the women. The women have fallen further behind. She is leading the pack by a huge margin, and she's keeping her pace right behind her pacemaker. Very steady, very poised. Her cadence is still the same.
150 is Ma Suping. This man in blue is also from Ningxia, the Goji place. His best performance is 2:28. So let's looking forward. Only 3 persons. Maybe they are the champion runner-up and the second runner-up. Maybe. Let's wait and see.
We're gonna see.
Yeah.
Still have a bit more to go. Halfway there. They're keeping the pace. It's just a matter of seeing who's going to break away from this top tier.
Yeah.
Who's really going to be the one to shine today.
Yes. The main leading group is passing 27 kilometers. It's in just west side of the bamboo forest temple. lovely.
I've seen as well that, you know, you have, when we talk about technique and we talk about how the racers prepare and just different things that they wear, you see some wearing socks and some not wearing socks. Is there a technique behind that? What do you think racers who wear socks versus not wear socks, how does that help them as far as their feet?
It depends on habit and your provider. For some suppliers, they provide Flyknit. Flyknit is just like silk. You don't need to wear socks. For example, Adidas and Nike, they provide this kind of non-socks shoe. You can just wear it. But the majority of people, just like the left one, he wear a higher sock, and some are using lower. They still wear a sock. It's up to them. But for me, I prefer tight socks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not use cotton one. Never use cotton, because when you sweat, when you pour water on it, it will get more not scratch. It more heat. It will
cause sweating and irritation.
Yeah, improves the potential risk for blister.
Which that's not what you want.
You will hate it.
Yeah, that is painful.
Now the force people is still chasing and pursuing.
They're really going after it, but like we said, we're only on the halfway mark, and so you just never know with a marathon of who's gonna take it away. We're hoping everyone stays healthy, there's no injuries, and that they're able to keep their cadence, keep their pace, and really run their race.
Yeah, using SpongeBob SquarePants. Just to cool down. Marathon is this kind of sport. You can see the beginning, but you cannot tell the end. You cannot guess. Everything can happen during the race. Still 4 people. They're chasing.
So with the sponges are pretty much, you know, just to kind of help them get the sweat away from.
Yeah, it's a good way to make the salt after you run for marathon. During your run marathon, some salt are on your skin, so you swipe it off. If you use your hand, you can't do it, but sponge can, and it can also squeeze some water and make you more comfortable. And some people, they even put it on the back of the t-shirt and make your back more cooler.
You see Dacey's looking out of his peripherals, kind of getting an idea of his pacemates and seeing where it is that they are. He's looking around, trying to make sure.
Yeah, for normal people, the cadence is just 170 per minute, but for them it's over 200.
Wow.
Much faster.
Yeah.
For instance, we can do a calculation that the length of the feet is fixed, so they have to improve the cadence.
It's very important to know because, you know, looking from home, you would think, oh, you know, they're just running and relaxing. These men are actually running very fast.
Yeah.
Very, very fast. More of our local runners, they're keeping up with their own pace. So many different ages.
I can see it's a little hot because a runner takes the t-shirt off. Should get a little hot.
As you can tell, it's getting a bit warmer as the morning progresses. Started off very cool morning today. Our runners are running through the
water spray.
Yeah, very important to keep your body cool.
If you look on the shank or the legs, you can see quads. Quads, and on the back we can see hamstring. Very, very beautiful.
Very, very important part of the part of your leg, the quads and the hamstrings.
Yeah, we can also judge from the color of the shoe. The 3, they are teammate, and the one in red, he is different.
based on your sponsors. So
Yeah.
you have the three to the left. You're going to be on the same team.
Yeah, I guess the shoe model is Vaporfly 4%. It's a very professional one. It's custom for each runner. Also very expensive. They communicate with each other. Archie Benji, let's see. He is still leading. As he is chit-chat with his teammate. How about you? How are you doing?
Nice weather we're having today.
Yeah.
It's very good to see the camaraderie that even though, you know, it's individual race, but between them, they still are teammates.
Kenya, Joey, he is still chasing. And we can tell the two athletes that wear necklace. The necklace is swinging higher because they are pushing. So we can tell their number from the backward and their name in the front.
Still looking at the time. Jason just eyeing his watch every so often. You just see, you know, his pace, making sure he's making the time that he's looking to hit and his overall goal here. He's doing very well. The 24-year-old has accomplished so much.
Yeah. Let me introduce Deriba. Deriba is from Ethiopia. His full name is Bonsa Dida Deriba. He finished full marathons previously. His best performance is in Madrid Rock and Roll Marathon, finished in 2:10 and get champion.
Very nice.
Yeah, this year he ran Shanghai half marathon and get the first runner-up, and also run Denmark cross-country champion. He's also a cross-country runner.
Which is very good. Cross-country really prepares you for marathons because, you know, cross-country, you don't know the kind of terrain that you're going to get. Sometimes it's a little bumpy, a little lumpy. You're running through. It's not as smooth, but the pace that we have, well, the path that we have here today is a very smooth path. It's a very even level path, so the runners don't have to worry about any rocks or any kind of rugged terrain or bumps.
Frankly speaking, I like trail running and cross-country run because it's more interesting compared with road run. I finished several 100 kilometer ultra marathon running as a trail. Maybe it's 3 times or 4 times complicated by marathon, but it have more fun. But marathon is fast.
Yes.
Yeah, we can finish it for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. It's very fast and first come, first serve. So this kind of sports.
It's very nice to get an aerial view and seeing some of those birds that we talked about earlier. Some of those protected birds that the government makes sure are protected, and they do a very good job here in Hengshui Lake with making sure that not only is the habitat good for the people, but also good for the wildlife here as well. And so that's something that is very valued here in the Hebei province. And we see our women again, but really only one woman. She's still keeping up. Our 003 Megra, she's our record holder. She's been up in the front for a while. We haven't been able to even see based on the camera where the other women are.
Now we're passing the milestone by 30 kilometers. This year, the organizer set up the stone milestone at each 5, 10, 15, and also 30.
Megra has done a brilliant job with keeping up with her pace maker. She's literally been steps behind him. She's really just running an amazing race right now. We don't even see her competitors anywhere in sight. They're nowhere near where she is. And so it's going to be very interesting to see what it is that her time is going to be this morning.
The two gentlemen beside her is Ma Suping and Xu Le. One is from Ningxia This gentleman is from Ningxia, and another is from Anhui. Ma Suping is still studying in Ningxia University. Last year, Ma Suping attained the Hengshui Marathon and finished in 2:30.
Very nice.
Yeah, hope this year he will get progress. Only. Many people are coming.
So many. I'm so excited to be here today. It's a very fantastic day. Everyone's looking forward to this race.
Wow, they're in a group with good skaters.
Our four elites still in the front, basically in the pack.
Brother the four. We have a band of brothers now.
Oh yeah, our final four. They're keeping a very good pace. This is doing a very good job of keeping his lead, and his posture and his cadence is still very much consistent.
Yeah, which one is your preferred?
Just
make a guess.
I'm rooting for Desi. He's a young guy, and
Desi?
I'm rooting for him, and I think he's gonna do very well, and so I'm gonna go for him today.
Okay, let me make deriba.
Okay.
Deriba, then in green. Let's look and see.
Hopefully these guys can keep up the pace. They're steady, looking at watches, making sure that they are keeping the time that they're looking to keep. And so that's very important to pay attention, especially when you're running such a long distance. You want to be mindful of where you are and just how long you have left to go. And so having those markers to let you know, okay, this is where I am and this is how much time I have and this is the time that has passed is very important to stay focused on making sure that you finish the race and that you finish it in the time that you're looking to finish.
These 2 years are really, it's been the best of times because world record break several times. And this year's half marathon world record is breaking in Copenhagen. And last year, full marathon break in Berlin, and also female group. We have many runners that we even can't find this kind of in 2 decades. Can't find one in 2 decades. Really, it's been the best of times.
That's fantastic,
yeah.
To have such elite. I mean, we're not talking about just runners from their specific areas. We're talking about elite runners from around the world. These runners have competed all over Europe, Asia. I mean, they're everywhere, and they are the top tier. They are what they would say in France, crème de la crème. They are the cream of the crop. They are the top tier, and so it's very exciting to see them compete today because, I mean, we're looking for record breakers.
Yeah, maybe several 20 years or 30 years ago, we know Prefontaine, Frank Shorter, Bill Rogers in the States, and now we know Gabriel Selassie and Mo Farah from the UK.
So now we get a view of another one of our elite, Abdullah.
Abdullah, his full name is Asil. I'm not good at pronounce it. Can you say it? What's the full name of Abdullah? Alamihu. She is from Ethiopia. She is the youngest professional athlete this time. She was born in '96, and he got champion in Madrid Rock and Roll Marathon, also that race. And in that year, he got 5th in Shanghai and set a personal best at 2:29 and 1 second. And at this year, they finished Xiamen and Dalian. She run many marathons, and 9 times are 2:40 minus.
Very nice.
Have
so
good potential.
Especially to be, very young. She's only 23, and so she still has a lot of
long way
time.
to
Yeah,
go.
a lot of time to just, really, hone this craft of marathon running and, just keep beating her best. And so I think within the years we're going to see her really shine, because she's doing brilliantly.
But the biggest challenge for females is pregnant.
Yeah. Yeah. But as we see in one of our elites, you get back, get your body in shape, eat right, and just prepare yourself, and you can still get to that optimal place that you were prior to having a baby. So it's just really all about timing and really getting your body at the best performance level that you can.
In the worldwide, we can also see Chipiot and Dibaba. They can get even higher performance after having a baby. Yeah.
Which is always good. It's like the baby brings you good luck.
This old man
in the green.
In green. I know him. He take a cup every race. He don't use the one-time cup. He use his own cup to do something for the air pollution, etc.
Very nice. Runners very excited coming. It's always good to see the smiles because our elite runners, they're very serious. They're not. You're not going to see any smiles from them until they cross the finish line.
We can see the laughter and happiness in their face.
So great to see the children, because it's important to see, as a young generation, nowadays we have the internet and we have technology. And so one of the things, that they always say with younger kids is that we don't see younger kids being as active. And so it's important to see the younger generations out here participating, seeing the older generations doing this, and have something to aspire to, because, as technology progresses, we want to have generations that are still mobile, that are still healthy and active.
Yeah, inspiration, participation, because majority of people say full marathon, such a long way, I can't finish. But you can do maybe you can do a healthy run, just 4-5K is easy to handle with.
Absolutely, and it's really all about marathon runners don't start just running a marathon, right? You start doing those smaller races, and then eventually you push yourself to go further and further and further. Absolutely. Yeah. And so as you progress, you can go from, like you said, doing the health run, just a small distance, and then you further that to a half marathon. And then eventually you can build your stamina and build your core and your hamstrings, your quads, to be able to run this type of race. So it literally, we would say in the United States, it's not a marathon, it's a sprint. In this case, it's a marathon, but you start off small in order to build yourself up to this level. I mean, these are literally the top tier guys in the world. And so, they've had a lot of time to be able to prepare themselves for this.
For me, because I'm also a coach, through my experience, if you are healthy, if you can keep 3 times per week for training, just need 1 year for finish full marathon, half year to finish a half one. Because maybe you heard 2 person. One is Jeff Galloway. His nickname is Coach America. He just trained over 1 million people finish their first full marathon in the States. And another is Nicholas Romanoff. He is a national coach for the triathlon for the States. And they're also my teachers. And we share the information and the experience together to how to teach people finish their first without any hurt and pain and happiness.
That's very interesting, because, like you said, in just a year, you could be running a full marathon and finish a full marathon.
It's enough.
And it's a matter of discipline.
It's a railway station of Hengshui North. It's very fast for maybe 300 kilometers per hour.
I came into that railway station. I'm very familiar. It's a very beautiful railway station.
Oh, you just back from that?
Yeah.
Yesterday. I got it.
That's where I arrived. So it's very good to see it. It's very clean railway station, very nice, very efficient. One of the things I also, I wonder, and you can tell our viewers, is when you're preparing yourself for marathon running, what's a good diet? What is good to keep in the diet and maybe, a little bit of the junk food, maybe not? What do you think?
No matter you are keeping fit or prepare for marathon or do gym, pay attention to the diet. It's very crucial circle in the whole process. And the first one is don't eat too many bad things. For instance, burgers, cola.
McDonald's.
Yeah, I like them.
I do.
But don't eat too much.
Yeah, not too much.
Not too much.
Just a little. And that's something that, sometimes people have the misconception that, you can't eat what you want, but sometimes it's not a matter of that. It's a matter of eating in moderation, not having too much of it.
Just under control is fine, and eat more carbon and more protein and less fat.
Very interesting. Protein is definitely important in any sport, in anything that you need endurance. You definitely want to have a lot of protein in your system to keep you going. So that's very important.
I know in States, some people, they don't eat gluten, right? But when in China, we prefer rice, noodle, and this kind of bread, this kind of things more for the runners than prepare a marathon. And they have also a top-off time. For instance, 10 days or 15 days before the race, they have to do a LSD. It's long, slow distance, very long, very slow. It's beyond 30 kilometers. In order to get everything in your muscle or other storage, get erase them, and then eat more carbon during this 10 days and keep your daily mileage lower and lower until the race day.
Wow. Because that way that builds your endurance and make sure that once you get into this pace of running, you can keep your cadence consistent and finish the race.
Yeah, some people, they are vegetarian. They don't eat food. For instance, Scott Jurek is very famous in the States, and also other runners. They don't eat anything from egg and meat, etc. But they can also get protein from vegetables.
Yeah, a lot of beans have proteins. You eat a lot of those. They're very good. I know a lot of vegetarians. They have to supplement, whether it's vitamins or some other source to be able to have, especially if they don't drink milk or eat eggs, like you said. So it's very important to replace what it is that you may not get from not eating meat or not eating or drinking from any animal products.
Yeah, some girls say nobody see it's 0 calorie. But somebody stand here, I don't eat it. just keep a healthy diary and find the food that green and more easy to get.
As we can see the aerial view, we've got like a diamond shape here with our elite men, and my guy, who I'm rooting for, he's still in the front of the pack. I think he's gonna win this.
You are so slim and fit. You're in good condition.
I could not run a marathon though. I will tell you this.
Can you imagine how I weighed 10 years ago? Can you imagine? 200 pounds.
Wow.
I am just 1 meter and 77. I'm not a tall guy, but I was a poofy guy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I studied abroad, and after I back China, I miss the Chinese food so much. So I eat a lot. After 2 months, I find every shirt I take from abroad I can't wear anymore. So I said, what can I do? Running, jogging can keep me fit. So after 1 year, I run 1,600 kilometers 1 year, and I keep fit till now.
Very nice. That's always, it's always good. People underestimate, the power of running and walking and what that really does for the body. You see, nowadays, everyone's doing all this, powerlifting
Just
and all of
aerobic.
those things. And it's like, the basic thing of running it. As we see our elite players, you look at their muscles. They're runners, and so their quads, they're strong. Their hamstrings are very strong. Their cores, extremely strong and tight. And so, you know, it just goes to show that running is an art for sculpting the body.
Some girl asked me, if I run, will my leg be strong? I'm scared of it. I'm afraid of it. Have a look at these athletes. Are their legs strong?
Yes.
That's very slim and fit and healthy.
Absolutely.
Never.
If you look at Negra, she doesn't have, you know, such a, you know, muscular body that it
not that
you know,
bodybuilder.
doesn't look feminine.
Not this
yeah,
kind of,
she still looks very feminine. She still looks very ladylike, but she has very strong legs, nice butt, nice quads. And so, you know, you just get an idea that, you know, the running, it doesn't take the femininity away from the women at all. It actually is very nice looking for her. She's keeping her pace. She's looking at her time, still behind her pacemaker.
The village is on the side called the rope village. You know, maybe 5,000 or 6,000 years ago, we don't have characters. We don't have words, and the people, they use rope, make a knot or make something to make to symbol, or it's a sheep, and that is a cow, etc. So the name of the village is rope.
Wow, that's so fantastic. You know, you learn so much about the vast history of this beautiful country. There's so much nuance in communication, how it is that people were able to communicate.
We are now still have 7 kilometers to go for the male leading group, and now the female first one is still Merga. Merga number 003. She come to Hengshui 4 years ago and get second place, and 3 years ago he go to Xiamen, also second place. 2 years ago she went to Toronto, get a champion. It's the only champion that she got.
And it looks like today she's gonna walk away with it. I mean, she's created such a distance between her and the next runner that, I mean, she's really keeping a great pace, a great steady pace. Her cadence is consistent, her breathing is consistent, her core is strong. So I think she's gonna finish really good today.
I hope should be 2:27.
2:27.
2:28.
So that's 2 predictions today from Sean. So Sean says the men are gonna finish at 2:08.
Just estimation.
Just estimation.
Yeah, because the record for the female is 2:25. 2:25. It's a little hard to break the race record this time, but it should be very close.
No, I believe it. I think the viewers believe it too. We're just waiting to see who's gonna take this one away. Our Elite Four.
Nothing is impossible.
We call it Final Four in college basketball. We've got our Final Four here at the top, and they're still consistently together.
Just like a Michael Jordan time.
Yeah. Yes, that is Elite right here. Another aerial view of this beautiful, beautiful area. You know, you just look at all the flowers. You just want to almost stop and like smell the screen. I can only imagine how amazing it smells out there. The air quality is fantastic. Our runners are still keeping a steady cadence, and we're looking to our left and right of Daisy over here. He's looking. He's still trying to see who's keeping up with them.
It's a fragrant area. What a smell! It's good. Let's see the posture. The left one, the swing of his hand is much bigger, much greater, because he is high. He's higher than other persons, and he won't use this kind of swing to get impulse.
So he's keeping that momentum. His arms are helping him to keep his momentum.
Yes,
whereas a lot of the shorter runners, they keep their hands a little closer to the body.
Yeah, for the females, they will use this very close to their body. And even if you ever heard about Wang Junxia and Sun Yingjie, Sun Yingjie is a Chinese record holder of female group. She just laid the hand down.
Wow.
Yeah, lays hand down around the bottom area. Just this way, different posture.
It's very interesting because, you know, it's so many of these elite runners, you know, they win, you know, they get top 5 place, and they all have different ways of doing this marathon. So it goes to show that there's not one way, there's not one thing that you have to do or one blueprint that you have to follow. It's just a matter of doing something that works best for you.
Every road leads to Rome. Yeah. There's many ways to success.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We can see the length of the leg is different. So the cadence is different. We can easy now.
So as Daisy has shorter strides because he has shorter legs, but he moves a lot quicker because he's shorter in stature.
He is just like a deer. Or another one is just like a tiger.
Yeah, Kimura.
I'm the king of the world.
Yeah, Kimura has a much of a longer stride. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. He just keeps a steady pace there. He has much longer legs.
Wrong, Simba. The split for this 5K, there's still 7Ks to go. 3 minutes times 7:21. Should be 8 or 9. Postpone half minute.
Yeah, you did really good. You predicted it very early, so you did very good with your prediction of the timing. So, you know, it goes to show, and especially, like you said, as we've been watching, as the viewers have been watching, the racers have been looking at their times because they know that they have a goal that they want to hit. And so that's important to really notice when you're watching the racers, especially the men. They are always constantly focused on their time and making sure that they hit their marks where they are. So it's very important to see this.
Because this time the race have a regulation. If you can't finish, the champion can't finish in some score, you can get a full bonus and prize.
Yeah, which is, you know, that's also another thing. It's always good to be first, but there always comes a nice surprise at the end of this. So these runners are not running for anything.
So the champion is sub 2,930. He can get a full prize by $40,000. Yeah.
Very nice salary.
Very nice.
That's I mean, for an average salary in America, that's a full year's salary.
Yeah,
so that's some good
he is calculating the time by a car, by a house, by some car, etc. Oh, this is a Sakura Island. It's a very famous. If you come here at spring, many sakura.
Very
it's
nice.
Flowers on the island.
Sakura is a very beautiful, beautiful flower. So I can only imagine coming here in the spring. It looks absolutely amazing and very scenic.
For the first runner-up, if he can't finish sub 210, he cannot get full prize also. So these 3 guys all separated into 2 parts. These 3 guys are doing their best.
Yeah, it's very important that they keep their time because they're, like you said, they're going after obviously their time, but if they make a certain time, they make a nice decent amount of money.
Last year we invited his name is Bill Hartman. Bill Hartman person best is 2.4, and last year I was also the commentator. My expectation is he can break the race record, but the final 3K he looked back, nobody followed me. He just make it relax and didn't break it. Such a pity.
Yeah, I think it's best when you have the competition. You can see your competition. As you can see, the front men, Kimura and Desi, they keep staring, they keep looking around their peripherals just to kind of gauge where it is that the next person is, to see how many steps away they are. And so I feel these 3 in the front may keep the same pace, especially the front 2, because they're looking like they're really going after this, and I don't think that they're looking to fall any steps behind.
If you are running alone, you will feel lonely. But if you are a group, you can run further.
Absolutely.
And faster.
Absolutely. I remember I had a coach back in the day, and we always had to run a mile before practice. And we had to run in a group. So if somebody fell behind, we had to run in place until the person caught up. And so it always keeps the momentum going when you're running in a group. And it also keeps you, focused that, you're running with your team, and so you want to do your best.
Yeah, and have more fun. Still 3 people in the first group. Let's see. Kimura.
Desi's posture is still the same. He's been very consistent.
And Deriba.
Yes.
My boy, Deriba.
Deriba still holding on strong. Another aerial view of the city. Hengshui Lake is the second largest freshwater lake in the northern China plain. It covers over 75 square kilometers. That's 29 square miles in the outskirts, 10 kilometers and 6.2 miles south of the city downtown area. So it's a pretty huge, pretty big area.
Ooh, still less than 4Ks to go. This male athlete is from Yunnan province. His name is Zhou Bo. Zhou Bo, his best performance is 2:20. But as I know so far, he also ran many half marathons, such as Zhejiang last year in 1 and 8. So he still have a progress potential margin to go. And Zhou Bo is still young. He is still 26 years old.
Which is very good. Still a young age to compete and still get better. So that's very important. Because when you're in this industry, it's all about progression. You want to progress.
Marathon is totally different compared with mid distance because for the male group, the golden age is after 30.
Wow.
After 30, 30 to 35 is the best time for the male team.
Which is fantastic because that's a pretty long career. In most sporting events, your peak is usually before that 30-year age, and so to know that by 30 you're just hitting your prime, you're just about to hit your peak in this career, that gives you a pretty long career in the it's pretty interesting. Because in the America, basketball or football, those things, you're retiring by 30 years old and your body is beat up and, it's worn out. And so, in this particular arena, you're not doing too much wear and tear to the body, and you still, have longevity in your career. So I think it's a fantastic thing.
It's a Hengshui Culture and Art Center. It's very beautiful stadium.
Very beautiful. One of the things
Just
that
like
I love
Lotus.
about China, one of the things that I love about Chinese culture is the architecture. It's something that I don't think people don't talk about it enough. It's very eccentric, but also the designs.
This is the Olympic Center Stadium in Hengshui.
Very something that you notice a lot in different cities around China is that there's so many Olympic centers because in Chinese culture and Chinese people, they really want to shoot for the gold. That's something that they are looking to win, compete on the highest levels. So it speaks really to the culture and how much not just winning but competing at a high level is very important here.
Yeah, in China we have many leagues, football league, basketball. Here is a base camp for the WCBA. We have a female basketball professional team here. Also, the civil different races are here: bicycle, triathlon, cars, etc.
Yeah, it's important to know because one of these in this area. They actually call it a natural oxygen bar because of the vegetation here and because of the wetlands. The wetlands allow it to have carbon fixation and oxygen release. And so because of how it's set up and the ecological area that we're in, the oxygen release is optimum, you know. And so having sports in this area is really, really good for the health because, you know, you're breathing in, you know, we've talked about this earlier, but it's very important to note that Hengshui is doing a beautiful job with focusing on this.
40 kilometer milestone and finish in 2:2, and still 2 kilometers to go, so the estimated finish time should be 2:9.
2:09.
2:9.
We've moved up just a minute from the original 2:08 and some change.
Maybe 2:8:50, maybe that. Depending on what kind of athlete they are. For example, if they just like Mo Farah or Bikili, their previous subject is 5,000. So they will make sprint very powerful.
Very
sprint.
fast, yes.
They will get minus pace at the last 3K or 2K. Let's just wait and see. There's only 6 minutes left.
So we will see as our Elite 3 are making their way towards the end of this race, the more we're going to see them push out that last bit of energy to really sprint forward and really, really finish this race out strong.
The supply is banana. Banana and the local snacks as well, because banana have many mg. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's good for you to.
Yeah, lots of potassium.
Yeah,
it's very good for you to keep your stamina. We see Negra here on the split screen to the right. She's still keeping her stride. Seems like her pacemaker is left. She doesn't need him anymore. She is running her race. She is consistent, and it's like she's gonna finish this out very strong.
here is Negra. Negra is 003. She is from Ethiopia. As I introduced previously, she got the second place 4 years ago in Hengshui and get a champion. He's very champion in Toronto by 2:28, and her best performance is 2:22. Oh, it's a last turn. Wow, still 1K and 300 meters to go. It's a last turn. It's on the red flag street. 1K to go. 3 minutes.
So we're looking at 3 minutes left for our men. We're about to see them really go after it. See who really wants to win.
Deriba, my boy.
Sean's going for Deriba. I still think Desi is going to win. I think that this men's sprint is really going to tell us who really wants the first place spot. We still see our local people running and excited. It does look much warmer than earlier today.
The leading group is almost finished, and the majority of people that still struggle on the road.
So as we focus now, we see that they are beginning to pick up their stride. Desi's still in the front leading the pack.
Yeah. The top three are also from the NN team, and they are fighting for the final less than 1 kilometers to go.
And if we go based on your analysis from earlier, Deriba looks like you see his teeth finally now, and his stride is not as consistent as it was before, but Desi is breaking away from the pack. His stride and his sprint is very strong. He looked to finish this race out in first place. Second place to Kimura, and then last looks like it's going to come in Deriba, but we've got only a couple of minutes shy from finishing out this race, and it looks like Desi has really have a strong sprint in front.
The one who laughed until the end, who have the most sweet laughters. So Desi, we can see Deriba is still pushing his hard.
Yeah.
trying his best.
Yeah, so you can.
Oh, we can tell.
Oh, so now from the aerial view, you can tell. It's
Yeah.
funny because that frontal view really
20
doesn't
meters.
give you a true depiction of just
Yeah.
how far apart that he is running this race.
Yeah.
He has, I mean, separated himself beautifully. He has a beautiful stride. It looks like he is looking to finish this out very strong. His legs are very strong. His core is very strong. He's looking behind him, but I don't think Kimura and the other are going to pass him or even come close.
Yeah, what a magnificent sprint.
He's really done well in this race. We talked about him earlier. Only 24 years old, competing at such a high level today.
Still have 400 kilometers to go, Diriba.
400
Go,
kilometers.
go, my boy.
And he's finishing this out. He's really doing a brilliant job keeping up his pace. Looking to his right. Oh, it looks like Diriba has gotten in front of Kimura, so it looks like he may pull in the second place spot. Very interesting to see. You know, a marathon, it's never one of those things that you can call it so early. You just never know.
Yeah.
We had a group of 4 men.
You can't know what happened.
You know, it's down to 3. Look, he's waving, he's kissing, he is sprinting, he is excited.
Yeah.
We're at 2:08.5.
Yeah.
He's coming up.
Applause for me. I'm the one.
They are cheering, and he is running.
Let's see. 8 and 50.
He is coming.
Yeah,
He
very
is
close.
coming. Wonderful. He's done a brilliant job. Just under
Yeah.
2 hours and 9 minutes. Desi, my guy, I voted
Just
for him.
1 second. Yeah, minus my estimation.
I voted for
correct.
him. Yes.
Yeah.
First place.
And my boy Diriba gets runner-up place. Congratulations. Well done, boy.
And then Kimura coming in at a strong third. All teammates
Yep.
all coming in first, second, and third place. That has to be, you know, especially for a coach, you're looking at this
Yeah.
like, I did well. I did
Yeah.
pretty good.
Well done, man. 3 Arsenals.
Very good. 2 hours of running. These men did brilliantly with completing this race.
There are only 1 minute and 11 seconds between the race record and this time.
Wow.
Yeah, such a close. And Murga is still fighting alone. Whereas
We haven't seen any of the other women. She's
Well,
so
nice.
far ahead.
yeah. So 4th place, Tadasi. Really nice. Tadasi is from Ethiopia. His best performance is in Nigeria. Is 2:17. He only finished 4 full marathons previously.
Which is fantastic because it looks like he's going to beat that at 2:10. He's done brilliantly coming in at 4th place. He's finished, you know, and so having a record where you don't finish marathons and then you finish and then you beat, you know, your last time of whatever marathon or race that you won is a brilliant accomplishment.
Yeah, we are still waiting the 5th in male group and the champion in female group. Murga, she is still leading. So where is Kiprop and Benny?
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of the women races for a while. We have gotten a glimpse of Adula when she was running, but we don't know exactly at what pace and how far Neger is in front of everyone else. So it's going to be very interesting to see. We haven't had many aerial views from the women's race to be able to see just how far she is ahead, but we know that thus far there hasn't been any other women in the pack that is going to be able to close this out with Megra. Megra is going to finish very strong.
Dibili is 5th.
Desi coming in first, waving and kissing at the crowd.
Kiss to me.
Very exciting day today.
Yep. Dibili is from Ethiopia. He is the oldest athlete. This time he is born in 86. And his best performance is this April in Dubai, 2 and 8.
Oh, Debele and I were the same age. I feel like I need to start running a marathon now.
Dubai is much hotter.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
very hot.
Yeah. Megra is now. It's the first time that Megra come to China. The first time he come here is 5 years ago. She attained Mountain Tai. It's trail running. Mountain Tai is very famous in China by the steps, very steep and high. And then she came to Hengshui, and then Shanghai, Xiamen, and Shanghai at this time.
It's very good to watch her run this race, because as we look at the aerial view, we don't see any of the other women competitors anywhere near where she is. So that means she has literally kept this steady pace, kept her cadence strong, kept her core strong. We can see that she's breathing beautifully and that she's going to finish out this race with margins ahead of the other women of this elite group. So she has run a brilliant race today and has done absolutely a beautiful job. Sean predicted that she would come in around 2:27. So we're looking at maybe another 10 minutes or so, 10, 15 minutes to see just how strong she's going to finish out this race and how fast the sprint is going to be toward the end.
Still 3 kilometers to go, so maybe much faster. Maybe faster. The one behind him is Wang Xinxin. Wang Xinxin is from Guizhou province. His best performance is just set up this sprint in 2:30. So can do a comparison. 3 kilometers to go. Maybe 26. Maybe 26. So the record. Let me check. The race record is 2:25.
It's 2:20.
2:25. So if break, just a break several seconds. If don't break, just several seconds left. It's a domestic professional runner. His Fu Wenguo is from Ningxia province. Oh no, it's from Yunnan. Yunnan is Su Guoxiong. This guy is Su Guoxiong. Megra is still fighting.
Just maybe under 10 minutes left to see if she'll be just under the record that they have set. Just under, maybe by a few seconds. But she's still running beautifully, as you can see by the aerial view. And we've said it before, we haven't seen any of the women racers.
Very gently and elegant.
Very elegant. Yes,
very elegant.
Absolutely. Arms are very strong. They've been just up and kind of come to her side.
Her mood is very stable and comfortable. I really enjoy this picture.
Yes, she looks very consistent. She looks that she's very poised. She's not out of breath. Posture's very good.
Let's see the swing of her. Very close to the core, not far away from the body. Su Guoshu. Let me double confirm. Yeah, it is. He is a Su Guoshu. His best performance is 2:16 last year in Xuzhou. Well done, Su. Su is getting slimmer than the last time I see him. Must do a lot of work, hard work.
Lots of running. Lots of running.
He is born in 92. He belongs to the Yunnan province. He focused on 5,000 meter previously. At the first 3 years. He never ran marathon at a young age.
So at 27 years old, he's doing pretty good. His timing is pretty much the same, very consistent. with his last marathon, 2:16. He'll be coming in at 2:17 today. And
Very
so
close.
he's pretty much run the same race, and so he's very consistent. He finished out very strong. And congratulations.
This time is his second personal best, and he also finished in 2:18 in Chongqing, and also 2:20 in Renchuan in Korea in Asian Cup.
Very nice.
Well done. Negra. Oh! She missed it. Get another one. And one more for good luck. She is so sick. First drink and then maybe he can pour some on the body.
She's gonna keep it just very brief.
Look at her muscle. Very strong.
Very strong.
Very strong.
And he is pushing through it, as you can see.
The second place, Zhu Renxue. Oh no, third place. Let me check which one he is. Zhu Renxue, his girlfriend is named Zhang Kaiqing, is also his teammate. They two are the fast couple.
Very
in
nice.
China, yeah.
Very nice. The consistency that Megra has run today is very brilliant. She's been doing phenomenally. She's continuing to run her race. We're only a few minutes away from seeing her sprint down all the way down to the finish line and really closing this out. I mean, she's done brilliant and creating a gap between her and the other elite women.
Maybe it's the biggest gap.
Yeah, yeah.
So I can see the followers.
I mean, from this view, like you said, you can't even see, you know, where the competitors are. She has literally done an amazing job with just running her race.
Maybe 1 kilometer away from her. It's 3 minutes or 4 minutes left. This gap is really, really giant.
Yes, very huge gap. And she is going to finish this without any competition.
Very funny. Well done.
Megra is coming down the stretch.
Still 1 kilometer to go. She is on the way to break the race record.
She is looking to break this record.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to seeing it. This is going to be, you know, fantastic for her.
4 minutes around that. Should be. Let's listen to the good news. She's not sprinting now. She just keep my face.
Keep her stride.
Yeah. Keep the face. Keep the face.
You know, it's interesting to see. You know, everyone doesn't have the same tactics to use. For her, you know, you can see she's all about consistency, staying poised. You see our top three men.
Yeah, it's a voting ceremony for the male group.
We have Desi at first place.
Yeah.
He ran a brilliant race today. Very beautiful race. Very beautiful stride. Very poised.
Desi, Deriba.
Deriba coming in at second place.
And Kimura.
You can see Kimura kind of massaging his hamstrings.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
He's doing stretch. Dynamics, static stretch.
Yeah, just a little bit. You know, when you're running, if
a little sweet and sour.
If you remember from Desi earlier, he kept running. You know, people forget sometimes you got to keep those muscles moving. You don't want them to cramp up. So, you know, after you stop running, you know, it's one of those things that you've been running so long, your body needs to adjust, and you kind of gradually slow down as opposed to just stop altogether. So you can see Kimura massaging those legs, moving his legs around a little bit.
The left is a logo for Olympic. The right is a logo for our race.
Very nice.
The MC is Li Zhaohui. He's my friend. Very tall. Almost 2 meters. Very tall.
Congratulating our top 3 winners. They have done a brilliant job today, really just setting the tone and keeping themselves separate from the other runners in this race today.
The third place goes to Kenya, Kimrua. The second place is my boy, Ethiopia, Diriba. And the champion is also from Ethiopia, Desi. Let's now confirm the final result from the chip system. Well done. I love you too.
Very well done. Very well done. These men should be very proud today.
2 hours, 8 minutes, and around 49. The VIP is General Secretary of the local government.
Very nice.
3, 2, 1. It's the seconds.
Being presented with the medals has, a very great accomplishment. Feel very good about what they've done today.
Yeah, the middle of the medal can rotate, and it's a drop. It's a water drop.
Very nice. Very representative of this area. And here
Champion.
comes our girl Megra coming in.
Megra, what's the exact time? Can you break the record?
You can tell she is now hitting a sprint.
Megra.
Moving much faster.
At this time, glory, reputation, and prize belongs to you guys. Well done for the years of preparation and trainings, hard work.
Megra is now hit her sprint.
So what's the
now
exact
she's
time?
going to finish her race. We are waiting to see the time. Let's see if she is breaking this record.
Should be less than 25. Let's see the clock. Upper. A little up. Oh wow! Kiss the ground.
She is giving thanks.
Thank you, mother.
If I ran for 2 hours, 2.5 hours, I would be giving thanks to everyone.
Yeah, give me the time, cameraman.
Massaging her muscles a little bit. We're just waiting for the time to see if she has broken this record.
Should be recorded by within 1 minute. Oh, the champion is $40,000.
Wow.
Really a charming place for these 3 men standing on the tramp.
Such a beautiful display of championship. You're awarded the medal and a trophy and some money and a wreath full of beautiful flowers. It's such a display of the culture here in China that that they value this, and the way that they show it is very beautiful. It's very humbling, especially for these 3 men being international athletes.
The champion want to get more close photograph together, but the second place is just stunning. Where am I? What am I doing?
So running for 2 hours, he's like, I don't know where I am today.
Exactly the time that I estimate.
Exactly the time. You did well. We're just waiting to find out.
I'm the fortune teller.
You have done great today.
Yeah. Well done, boys.
Very well done.
Well done. Every arrangement is perfect. Congratulations, and then we'll come back again next year.
And we're looking forward to it. We're looking to see how much they progress over the year. Especially Desi is only 24 years old, and so by next year, he has so many other marathons possibly to run.
It's a male domestic. He is Shu Chengfu. Shu Chengfu is from Guizhou province. He just finished 2:19 in Xuzhou last quarter, and Well done, Shu Chengfu. Well done. He was born in 97. Oh, this Adula. Let me check. Adula. Adula is also from Ethiopia. She is the youngest of this race.
23 years old.
And she break her personal best. Her previous is 2:29, and now she get 2:27. Well done.
Very well done.
Well done.
Very well done.
Congratulations.
23 years old. She's run a brilliant race. You know, and it's just always important when you're that young. Our winner, Megra, showing again. We're looking to see if she's broken the record.
Let's have a review what happened after she breaks the line. Thanks God. Yeah, thanks the land. Thanks the race, thanks country. Good performance. The only question is the exact time.
They still won't give us the time.
The third place goes to Kiprop or Benny. Ben, she's from Ethiopia. Oh, she is the mommy return. The champion for
Coming
Tokyo,
in third place.
Berlin, and Dubai.
Fantastic.
And also Paris. Fantastic.
Coming off of just having a baby.
Yeah.
Just coming back in the game to get third place in a marathon.
It's good return.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sub 2:30.
And our local winners being presented here.
Yep. Well done. It's local, maybe half a marathon, I think. Yeah, half a marathon.
Yes.
The champion is takeaway deliver boy. So the champion for the half marathon is Mu Zhenhua.
The crowd is cheering. They're still excited. It's been a long morning, but they have kept the consistency in their energy.
Yeah, previous fireman and very brave guy. He got the champion for the 2019 Hengshui Lake International Marathon half team, half group. Well done.
Very well done.
Congratulations for the top 3. Previously, Mu's personal best for half marathon is 1:08. So Mu didn't go to university. He said this is the biggest pity for him.
So to be here, standing here, you know, you have this trophy. You know, it's. I know this is it's a proud moment for him.
Yeah, it's also your time.
Yes.
It's just like a diploma for you. Well done, congratulations.
Very well done. They're being presented with their tokens of appreciation, participation, and really doing well. You know, these are the top tier.
Mu is very taxed because he changed from full marathon to half marathon.
To get a champion. Very smart.
Very smart.
Very smart. You know, it's important to know, especially in any sport, how far you can push yourself. You know, sometimes you may try to do a marathon and say, you know what, half a marathon is better. And I think that that was smarter for him because look at him. He's now standing at the podium with the first place trophy and medal and 3,000 yuan more in his pockets.
Half marathon is much easier for our runners. For example, as a weekend, I run a long slow distance. It's around half a marathon.
Very good. Picture time. Very proud. Very exciting.
Well done, boys.
Very well done.
And Moo, your name will be on the wall.
Oh, yes. Yeah. On the champion wall. So that's going to be amazing, you know, to see his name on the wall forever.
Yeah. When he have a baby, he can take
yes,
it
and say, look what I did.
Yeah. 2:32. Top 3 are coming back. Shuri? Shuri is also from Ethiopia. She's personal best is 2:31. That in Wuxi 2 years ago. This year he finished Hong Kong in 2:32.
She's staying around her, you know, her average time today. She was a little bit slower.
Just normal performance.
Yeah, normal performance.
Yeah. Well done, Shuri. This guy is Yu Peiquan. Yu Peiquan is not a professional. He never go to province team or etc. He just run by himself.
See the drummers. Remind me to keep my son away from those. So loud. More races.
This girl is Danji. Danji is from Tibet. Danji, last year she attended Hengshui and finished in 2:47. Danji is still young. She is 21 years old.
Yes, very, very young. She still has plenty of time. She still looks very poised, though.
Danji.
Yes.
Another international runner is following Danji. The training camp of Danji is in Tibetan and Ethiopia. Some of the top athletes, they will go to Bikiji or Eton. That's based in South Africa.
Oh, very nice.
They will train with top African athletes together. Well done, Danji. She is a champion for Linzhi half marathon 3 years ago, and she attended the cross-country world champion 2 years ago, and also Xuzhou last year. So her race score this time is 2:35, and this will be her personal best.
Oh,
definitely.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, the gap is 12 minutes between her previous personal best.
Yes.
To today. Well done, girl.
Very well done.
2:35 and 48. Danji is a little exhausted.
Yes. Very much so.
It's a second place. Second place is Shilin. Shilin is from Inner Mongolia. She is 1 year older than champion. She is 22 years old. I know the coach of her.
And now our women are being presented, our elite runners. Remember, who did absolutely brilliant, creating a huge space and gap between all of the other runners. She ran an amazing race. We still have yet to actually see her time, but we estimate that she possibly broke the record. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see.
女子组第3的选手来自埃塞俄比亚 ，Ladies and gentlemen, the third place from Ethiopia.
Top 3 female.
范彦娜，2小时28分30秒 ，2 hours 28 minutes 30 seconds。获得第2名的选手来自埃塞俄比亚 ，the second place, she is from Ethiopia, Abdullah.
The champion is Abdullah.
获得第1的选手
the runner-up is
the
Abdullah.
first place and also Hengshui Lake International Marathon Women Full Marathon Champion 来自埃塞俄比亚 from Ethiopia.
224.
224.
224.
21秒 2 hours 24 minutes and 1 second.
She breaks the race record by 1 minute and 25 seconds.
Wow. She ran an amazing
Such a
race
big
today.
progress.
Absolutely. Absolutely. She did such a brilliant job today. She should be very proud. All of these women should be very proud.
Cool. Really nice performance. Congratulations, Maina, Abdullah, and Megra. These 3 are all from Ethiopia.
Ethiopia produces some very, very good runners, I can tell you. They produce some very, very good runners.
And the top 2, the champion and the runner-up, they both break the race record.
Fantastic.
Yeah, Abdullah finished at 2:27.32 seconds. Just 14 seconds to break that. But what Megra performance is really, really amazing. I was stunned.
Yeah, she did a fantastic job. You know, early on she stayed. She kept the pace with her pacemaker. She didn't veer off from following him, and she just stayed with it. And I think that really helped her and groomed her into finishing the race as strong as she possibly could.
4万美金。
Wow. Well done. And she will get a bonus, $10,000 for break the record.
Wow.
So she can totally get 50,000.
Wow. That's fantastic. I know that's gonna do very well for her. For me, I'd be heading on vacation. Okay, vacation time.
Don't need to work anymore. Well done, girls.
Very well done. Such an elite tier of women. We started off with 12, and these are the top 3, 2 of which finished by breaking records. So that goes to show just how fast these women really are and just what level of performance of athleticism they've displayed today.
Congratulations, Megra. And her name will on the wall too.
Right there on the wall.
As a new race recorder.
Imagine being an international athlete and having your name on the wall in another country that's the best.
Still more athletes on the road. This guy is Xie Chao. Xie Chao is also from Inner Mongolia, this guy. The coach of Xie Chao is livable. Well done. Yeah, half and puff. This gentleman is Yang Changjia. Yang Changjia is from Qinghai. The female, let's see, 244. Chen Jiayan. Chen Jiayan is from Yunnan province. Well done, girl. 242. What's wrong with his right leg? Her right leg. Her right leg must have some problem. 225 is Bai Li. This is a long number, so he's not a professional athlete. Good. Yang Xiaojun. Well done to double four Qian Lirong. Qian Lirong from Yunnan province she is a teammate of Chen Jiayan. Her personal best is 239. Oh, 238 last year in Hengshui.
Very nice.
Very nice.
It's always good, as we've been saying throughout the entire broadcast, it's always good that when you have, when you've set a record, that you're able to ascend and you really, break your last time and really beat it.
It's a awarding ceremony for female group half marathon.
掌声带给他。衡水市委常委、统战部部长商黎彬先生。
Wow, it's a quarter past 10. Yeah, almost 3 hours passed. But as if we are not talking enough.
I know, I feel like it just flew by so fast.
Yeah.
But we've been here for almost 3 hours, so it just goes to show you. Yeah, it just really goes to show you just how long these runners have been running.
Yeah, we are not talking heads.
No. And we still even have ones who haven't finished yet, so imagine.
Yin Xiaoyu, the champion is Yin Xiaoyu. She is very famous because we call him Fairy.
The second place
Very good looking girl. Very cute and nice.
1小时19分21秒 1 hour 19 minutes 21 seconds 获得2019杭州国际马拉松赛女子半程第一的选手 The first place of half marathon from China 中国尹小雨
Yin Xiaoyu, congratulations.
1小时17分56秒 1 hour 17 minutes and 56 seconds.
Yin Xiaoyu was born in 93.
下面我们荣幸邀请衡水市委常委、政委书记有新辉先生为队员颁发奖牌，有请。
He finished half marathon sub 1 hour and 22 times.
Wow.
22. It's top one. But she never run full marathon, as I know so far. Never. She only ran half marathon. Last year she ran 17 half marathon, and the year before last is 16.
Very nice.
好，谢谢钮书记。
You know,
谢谢。
She's reading training
我们有
in
请衡
major
水市委常委、
Very
统战部
nice.
部长尚立彬先生 为
It's
队员
interesting
颁发
to see
奖杯。
because, you see, especially the younger runners, you think, oh, this is not their first races,
Yeah.
this is their 30th race, so it's very interesting because the level of competition is not anything to be looked at as anything but elite. These are the elite athletes. They are very brilliant. These women have run amazing races today, and congratulations to them.
My responsibility is let audience know the background of the athletes. Not only, wow, she's so fast. I need to tell the story behind her. what's her habit, which university she graduated, and what champions she got before.
Absolutely, because number one, it really tells a deeper story of just how committed they are to the sport. To know that someone's a university student and doing this.
Yeah, we need a 4D statue. Well done, girls.
有请嘉宾和选手一起拍照留念。Ladies and gentlemen, now please take picture together, the winner and the presenters. 这样的话，女子换成前3名选手都由中国选手获得。我们再次祝贺中国运动员，也再次感谢颁奖嘉宾，掌声再次带给他们。Thank you, thank you. 谢谢颁奖嘉宾 ，Thank you.
It was such an exciting day, and I know that a lot of these racers are like, finally, it's over. That's a lot of running. I know their bodies are looking for a nice massage or maybe sit in a hot tub, to relax. They've been running for 2 hours, up to 2.5 hours. That's a lot. We can see the recap. The race getting started. We weren't quite sure, okay, who's gonna win. We started off with our men. They started off with 15, and then we closed it down to a top 3 all the way to Desi, closing it out, a strong sprint to the finish, and breaks a record in the process. Brilliant running from him. On our women's side, we saw Megra just really keeping the pace behind her pacemaker, and then really creating a strong distance between her and the other women of the group, breaking a record and doing brilliantly. So it was amazing races that we got a chance to see today. It's been a brilliant morning here in Hengshui. We've been really excited to see how this all played out, and it's just been an awesome day.
Yes, it's really a good memory. And give me impression, such a deep impression. And today, and female champion breaks race record. It's the most exciting moment of this race. Now we can see the highlights of the review of our race, and we can remember all the time stones of the race, and remember all the memories. Yeah, really nice.
Yeah, it's interesting. As we saw the recap of the men, we saw Daisy somewhere in the middle. We talked about that earlier, that tactics that use, some people stay on the outside, some people stay on the inside. You just never know where your placement is going to be within the race. In this footage, we see Megra at one point, she's in the front, she's with a teammate, and then she finishes out way ahead of the pack. So you just never know how the race is gonna end. You see Desi here in the middle of the pack, and he finished first place. So it's just always good to see how it is that these races play out, because you just never know. You never really know.
Yes, this is the magic of marathon. Yeah, you never know what will happen in the end. Yeah.
Always great to seeing the locals participate, seeing everyone so happy and so joyous today. Desi with his full sprint, he's waving, he's kissing. I always love watching that part. So excited, it's a great accomplishment, very great accomplishment to have.
Yeah, it's a showtime for him.
He almost kept running past them. He's like, hey, I can keep going for another hour.
Really
Dariba and Kimura stopping their times. They ran brilliant races. They did very well as a team.
Yeah, and Su Guoxiong, the champion of our domestic team, well done also. And my boy, and he still have a long way to go. Maybe next year he can come back and get a champion, changes the color of the medal.
Absolutely.
From silver to gold.
Absolutely. I think within a year he'll do brilliantly. Mebra, we see her again. Adula, brilliant, 23 years old. They ain't doing a very great job. We want to thank you all for tuning in and listening. I had a great time. This is Imani Bashir signing out with Sean Wong. This was a brilliant race today. We've had a really great time.
Yeah, it's our pleasure to share this race with you, especially see the female team break the race record over 1 minute. It's really brilliant. And the male group also have a good performance. It's really a lovely day.
So we look forward to seeing you all next year.
Looking forward to see you.
You say bye?